Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been a while, but I've been kind of busy. In the background, you'll hear some music being played by my buddy, Scotty Tomaselli. He wrote it, played it, recorded it. He's a guitarist. He's got a YouTube channel. Check him out, Scott Tomaselli. And I play this so I don't step on anybody's toes, and YouTube don't like it when I play other people's music. But I do have the rights to play Scotty's music, so here we go. I've been working on this. Oh, by the way, happy Mother's Day, everybody. As you can see, I got the radiator hoses on and got my coolant transfer hoses in place. I might have mentioned that last time. Got some wiring done on the car. I've been inside here wiring up some switches for my ignition, my fuel pump, my radiator cooling fan, and I got a cooling fan for the automatic transmission radiator, which sits under the car, located right about there where a passenger would be sitting in the back seat. But yeah, I got the MSD7 welded in and got a coil in there welded in, and yeah, I know the super coil doesn't work on the MSD7, but it's just being used as mock-up. So I've been playing around with that, and I've also been hammering away on this thing. The guy that owns this, he bought it from somebody dirt cheap, wasn't running, kind of like dragged out of a barn. And the guy that owns this, he's got a hot rod shop. He builds, fixes hot rods, muscle cars and stuff, and they were hammering away on it for a year or so, you know, on and off. He's got a couple of different snowmobiles. It's not a daily rider. They couldn't get it to pull over. It was real tough to pull start, and just wasn't running right, you know. And so I guess sometimes the doctor needs a doctor, so to speak. So they brought it here. And let me show you a couple things that I found. The hood doesn't stay on real good. The darn mounts down here are broken. That one especially. Someone tried to repair that one. So hopefully the owner can get it going. But nonetheless, first thing I had to do was this tube right here. The pull start cord has to travel from the recoil through the tube up to the dash. And this thing was like all bent out of shape. I don't know how it got that way, but it was like twisted, like a curlicue type thing. So there were all these friction zones in there. So I had to line it all up and heat up this here bracket and reshape it to keep it in place. And then I put a new rope on it. Now it pulls real easy. The carbs were kind of messed up, so I had to take them all apart and replace the needling seats, synchronize the carburetors and everything, and it runs pretty good now. Let's see, do I need choke? Hope the hood don't slam shut. So yeah, we got that going, and now he wants me to rebuild the shocks. Those springs are pretty well sacked out. This thing's sitting low on the front. The rear kind of seems okay, but it's got Fox rebuildable shocks all the way around, so I gotta take them out and rebuild them and stuff. And like I said, he's got some other machines, but you know, everybody loves the big triple. He's got another big triple. It's a Storm 800 from 1994. And I fixed that up for the guy about 4 or 5 years ago. And so now he found another one and he brought it to me after trying to work on it for about a year or so. Couldn't get it going real well. Now we got it going though. It's in real good shape. Took the pipes off to inspect the piston skirts on the exhaust side. Man, they look like brand new. Did a compression check. Compression was good on all 3 cylinders. She's a little rough looking, but you know, it's just for fun. It's kind of fun riding a big triple, I should say. Not so fun working on them, but nonetheless. And this bike over here, I finally got a new front tire for it. And the problem is, when I bought the bike last summer, the shop I got it from, they put new tires on it, but they didn't put the right size on it. So this tire is too tall, and it rubs. That's not good, because this is not a stock fender. It's an upgrade fender from MV Agusta, and you just don't find those every day, so we don't want to be riding it, take a chance on breaking it. So now I got this tire. It's not as tall. It's the proper size. And then I've been waiting for this thing here. These MV Agustas, they're known for damaging the upper radiator. There's two radiators in there, one above the other. And the lower radiator hangs from the upper radiator, and it can stress it out, causing the upper radiator to break, and that's not good, because you can't get those anymore. So there's a guy in Ireland, I believe. Got this from some guy, he makes them himself from the UK. It's a strut. And what you do is you mount it to the lower radiator, and then up here you mount it to the frame. It could be upside down, I don't remember exactly. The point is, it's made out of stainless steel, all the way from the UK. And this will support the lower radiator, taking the stress off the upper radiator, so I don't have to worry about that breaking. And, you know, you just don't want to ride these things with any known faults, because once they break, not only is it hard to get parts, but they're expensive. But yeah, we're ready to go on that. Next thing I'll be doing is I'll be getting a chip for it. The way they come from the factory, the timing is a little retarded, and the fuel curve is a little rich. So I'm going to get a chip from this guy on the forum, put that in there and check that out. That'll give me a little bit better fuel mileage, and it should run a little cooler because the ignition won't be so retarded on it. I guess I did that for emissions, but then my wife went for a ride yesterday, and now I gotta take a look at this. She came back from her ride and it said brake failure warning. Well, it's got brakes, and I checked the fluid level. I guess I'm gonna have to dig a little deeper, make sure the pads are okay, check it out. You know how these things are. All those damn computers on there, could be one simple little thing. Makes the whole damn system think that there's a major failure, but I'll get to that. All right, everybody. Like I said, happy Mother's Day. Welcome back. And I'll check back in a little later when I got a little bit more done. Adios.